Which point did you, I mean, you're listening to Paul, the Muay Thai technician, on his podcast, and I'm sure that's, tickling your taste buds to, I want to go taste that. I want to see that. How did you make that connection to come over to Thailand? When did this idea even, when was it starting to become, a reality?
I was at a crossroads in my life. I had just gotten an opportunity to work for this software agency that I thought was my dream software agency. I had been like eyeing them for a year, and that was on the East Coast. But then also I was listening to the podcast with Sean Fagan and Paul, and then they were talking about life in Thailand and, like how you can live, and they're quite entrepreneurial people as well. And they're just like, yeah, this is like, there's a digital nomad community in Chiang Mai. There's the digital nomad life that is also an option. So I remember at that time I was at a crossroads. I had just gotten this opportunity to interview for like the software agency had been my dreams. Yeah. And I remember I visited the office because they're like, oh, come take a tour, come take a look around, get to meet the people. And I remember going there and looking around, seeing the people. Everyone was so nice. But then I was imagining myself, for there a couple years, every single day going to the same place. And the moment after I visited, I was like, this is not my dream. I don't want this. And then I dropped everything and I was like, I'm going to move to Thailand and figure it out. That's actually what I want. And yeah, it was in that moment. I think it was, on New Year.
What year would that have been?
I think it was 2018 on to 2019, because I remember like I was on the plane when it switched to the new year.
What was your plan? You're on this plane, you're coming to Thailand. Where are you landing? How are you getting set up? And, what are you going to do for work?
It was actually really cool. So I had eventually, because I was creating content for about 8 months at that time, I built like a little personal brand for myself. I think I was up to like 10,000 followers at that time. And at that time, I fell onto Sean Fagan's radar. And I think prior to that, I had traveled on a retreat with Paul for like 10 days. And I actually visited Thailand briefly. And so then Sean Fagan introduced me to a Muay Thai gym in Thailand. And through the introductions, I arranged to be the gym's social media manager.
Which gym? Which location?
Diamond Muay Thai in Koh Phangan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for the first year, it wasn't paying, but it was like accommodation, food, and training. And it was like, that was the dream come true at that time. It was so cool. And it was totally a different deviation from the path that I was going to go on.
For people that are probably listening, they're going to have that question. Okay, that Muay Thai lifestyle, you can come, you can train for free, you have accommodation for free, but there's still the lifestyle of like eating, motorbike. There's an expense and a cost. How did you manage that? Did you have savings? Did you pick up side gigs in which you were doing your social media?
Freelancer. As a freelancer. At that time, I was trying to continue to be a software developer. And in my head, I was just like, I can balance it all. Like I can do everything. Obviously execution never matches reality. So for a year I was trying to like earn money through gigs online, and then but then also like managing the social media for the gyms and stuff
and training
and also because when I came, I was in my maybe 20, I think. So I was definitely still figuring things out. I was still struggling a lot with mental health, and a lot of there's a lot of aspects of me that were still very naive, and even now I'm still naive, but even more naive before. And so it's not just been it's been like a personal growth journey as well, like literally learning how to grow up in a completely, because all of a sudden you're completely removed. There's your family is gone, and you just have to rely on yourself and your own intuition. And it's been not just, it's been a personal, just learning how to be an adult. And
if you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.